How does it feel to be recognized as a milestone in Oregon's rich musical history?
It's pretty nice. It's nice to be included, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people in it, I think, you know. So yeah, we're glad to be included.
Up the road,
Your blending of, you guys successfully blended pop, punk, garage, classic rock. It was unsurpassed. Maybe name some artists who were the biggest influences on the Distraction sound.
Well, you know, we grew up in the 60s and stuff, so a lot of the 60s, the soul, R&B stuff, and then the rock and roll stuff that was around then. Anything from, you know, Link Ray to Beatles, Stones.
Buffalo Springfield.
Buffalo Springfield, yeah.
trying to freedom in the dark. On this.
It feels good. It's took a long time, but better late than never.
I think I first met you at Captain Wizzigle's. In fact, I think it was the day that I bought my first electric guitar. It's one of the ones that Fred Cole made. And I remember talking to Tootie, because you guys were like the coolest looking people I'd seen at that point in time.
Sam told me a couple of weeks ago about his dad first taking him to see Buddy Rich play drums when he was 8, 9, 10 years old. He said it's one day he'll never forget in his life. It changed his life completely, and from that moment on, all he ever wanted to do was play drums.
So I was already in Florida with Dave, and then Greg drove down there, and then he said, I think we're going to start a new band, and it's going to be called Trap, or Part, because it's spelled backwards.
Right.
Anyway, that just ended up being the label, the independent label, and then on our way back, we decided to we stopped in LA at a friend's house, and he worked at the Lickers Pizza on Sunset Boulevard, and he came up with the name The Wipers, and so on our way back to Portland, we said, okay, The Wipers. So we're watching the Wipers go, Wipers.
Literally, it was from Windshield Wipers. You know what? That's what I always thought.
It's an honor. I'm pretty happy about it. Pete Robert, you're already a member.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're a double member.
I was as a member of the Holy Mobile Rounders, which, incidentally, the Clamtones were born of the Holy Mobile Rounders. It's actually the same band with a different lead singer. Jeffrey Frederick and his girlfriend Jill Gross came out and started. They were friends of guys in the Holy Mobile Rounders, and they came out, started playing some breaks, and it sounded so good, and it was kind of a revelation to the band that geez, we can sound totally different with a different singer and different genre of music, and it really revived the band, and it became a band in its own right.
Oh, it's not that much more. Your wife doesn't need you to take her out to breakfast this weekend. Make it at home. So 8:25 on stage, looking for that 8:50, 8:25 going once, 8:25 going twice.
Tell me about the early days of playing locally and then the subsequent explosion of popularity and kind of how it grew from there.
You want us to start with the biker bars or go straight?
That is the truth. That is the truth. I mean, we basically got our start playing Mondays and Tuesdays at a place out on 92nd.
Foster.
Yeah, 92nd Woodstock. And basically, if you didn't cut it there, you never got a weekend. So then you got a weekend, then the other clubs go, oh, well, maybe these guys are okay, and we'll take them too.
Physical attraction. I had to turn away.
conductor and what happened, did that process directly affect the band's breaking up, or have been quite clear about that?
Absolutely. We worked at it so hard, so long, that when that fell through, it was just kind of like, time to do something else.
Yeah. Tell me what happened with your manager. What was his name, Bill or Bob or something? Whatever happened to
Chester, I think. No. I don't know. I think he's still kicking around. He might even be here tonight.
When the man asked me to step on out and induct him here tonight at the Oregon Music Hall of Fame, it was an absolute honor as well as a little bit of a surrealistic event for me. So I just want to tell you how happy I am right now, and in front of you and behind this podium, I'm sporting wood. BA said that was okay. I can't talk about wood on the air, so.
You never think about it till it happens for some reason. You know, I've been doing it 42 years now, and I'm honored to have performed all these years and been able to survive all these years. And for your organization to finally recognize me is a real honor, it really is. And it's just a nod of the hat, and it means a lot to me.
What was the inspiration that would cause a teenager to build a radio station in his parents' attic?
Well, a lot of people might remember that there was a radio station called Kissin' Radio on 10th and Burnside. And I'd drive by there, and it was stoplight once with my brother, and my parents were in the car, and we were listening to the station, and I saw that disc jockey speaking into the mic, and I heard it on the radio, and I said, I've got to do that. And that really was the true inspiration that made me finally do what I did.
Well, how'd you learn to do it? I mean,
well, I built my own radio station, and my science teacher helped me build it.
Okay.
He says everyone's building these little 1-watt transmitters. I says I want a 10-watt transmitter, and he says I think we can do that. And so I had a more powerful transmitter, even though it only went 5 blocks. The other transmitters were good for within the house, but I wanted one that went a little bit further, and he helped me build it, and that's how I started myself. I self-taught myself in the attic at my parents' house.
It's amazing. I was just guessing science teacher. So your parents were very supportive then in a lot of ways.
Very supportive, except my father thought I was blowing up the house, and I was shorting out the electricity, and in those days there wasn't breaker boxes, there were fuses, and you had to screw them in and out, and I shut the lights out a few times.
How did you meet the Crazy Eight?
Crazy Eight, when I first came here, I played with some of them, like Dennis Shuffler.
Yeah.
I even traveled to, then Dennis Shuffler went to New York. Then it was in New York, and I traveled with it, and there I wasn't doing anything, just to see New York, and I hung out with him.
Why says he worried too much for his own goodbye. He's too caught in the time to notice it, but I've got a nervous in suburbia. All our houses look the same, look the same, look the same, look the same. We got it nervous in suburbia.
A small town band from this little state in the Northwest couldn't make it nationally. Therefore, I always believed that if I sat down behind a kit with quality people, as we have here, that there was no reason why we could not be a success.
Let your voices be heard. Don't let your vision be blurred. Raise your fist in the air. Get the that you bear. Then I situation that I see. It is not anarchy. Well, the heart does pull. Choose the flight of the dove. Cause you gotta have.
I think that the importance of music education is beyond what we can talk about right here. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, all the statistics say that music helps make kids smarter. It helps them in their math scores. It helps them in their communication. It helps them process emotion.
You got to have
And we want to live in a society that's just about like making little capitalists. I think that's a strange experience, you know. And I think that music is basically vital in our community, and I mean that's why I'm here personally. Music needs to be in the schools. If it wasn't for my experience in bands and stuff, my mom was such an intense little hippie that she insisted that I get to be in the band in school in second grade rather than sixth grade.
When my friends at Omhof asked if we would come perform, I thought this would be a great opportunity for these guys to be on a world-class stage. Yeah.
Can't you hear them saying, I'm going home one of these days. I'm going home to my woman, whom I love so dear. But meanwhile, I got to work right.
We had been playing college campuses, and a lot of those were all age venues, but the bar scene had more like top 40 bands. And so the kind of band that we were didn't really fit so well in like a nightclub. But the tavern scene, once we could have live music, starting in 1974, and we were just lucky to be in the right place at the right time.
I'm going home to my woman, whom I love so dear. But meanwhile, I got to work right here. That's the sound of the men.
Each time we added a new individual, they brought their own influences into it, and our music sort of broadened. We never really lost anything that we'd done before. So we were, you know, folk rock, country rock, rock and roll, bluegrass, even some jazz and some other stuff. So I think we've often heard from people that said, you know, my wife and I, or my boyfriend and I, we could never agree on what bands to go see, but we'd always go to see Wheatfield because we knew that somewhere through the night we'd each hear music we liked.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
People say that you spread goodwill through your music. How so?
Well, what I do and what music does, it makes people smile. And I made a New Year's resolution about 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years, that I would start mentoring kids, teaching them about music history. I just recently signed on at Irvington School doing an artist in residence for 18 weeks, going in Mondays and Thursdays teaching children about music history, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and also teaching them how to write songs.
When did Norman Sylvester decide to become the boogie cat and pick up the guitar?
1965, Reed College Commons, I went to hear Buddy Guy play. And I had just started really playing guitar. I knew about 5 songs, but I was pretty bold. I went backstage and told Buddy and met him, and I was lucky enough to go backstage. And I told him, I said, I play guitar. He said, well, really, you play well? I said, well, I play some songs. I told him what songs I played. He said, well, I told his road manager, well, take him out there and let him open up the next set. I said, well, I don't have a guitar. He said, use my guitar. So I'm sweating now. So I go out with Buddy Guy's guitar and play Hideaway and Chicken Shack with his band to warm up for him. And I was hooked after that.
I don't know what's going on. The TV news has got me confused. Some of the king of Biden who's due for ball faced arrest. Was it the CIA or the same on the other side? Somebody's lying. They're running black and white, but it comes so great to me. I can't believe it. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no, I don't. Some confusion and cheap, we've lost the way, trying to keep it. And though we ask the old car to change the status quo, will remain. Though it turns it out without she's confusing you, seems ungood to me. I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no, I don't, but I can't. I don't know, no, I don't, but I don't know, no.